If your business needs a new van, ute, or an entire fleet, stop wasting your time with a bunch of red tape at car yards or banks.
Nero Financial specialises in helping Aussie businesses gear up with smart, tailored vehicle solutions.
From tradies needing a new workhorse to companies looking to upgrade or expand their fleet, Nero brokers are the finance pros who understand exactly what you need. They work with over 90 lenders, including banks and specialist commercial lenders, to find options that match your cash flow, business structure, and tax planning, not things that match what they want.
They can even help you source the vehicle, negotiate the price, and handle every bit of paperwork. Get your business moving with the right finance. Call Nero on 1300 025 949 or head to nerofinancial.com.au/Paddock43 to get started. Drivers' Championship. How are you feeling?
I'm Elle.
And I'm Pat, and we are Paddock 43.
And this is your F1 fix.
We're back. Are you not happy? Look how white we look on. We look very white on camera.
We actually do. It's giving, this is kind of annoying.
Yeah, same.
How do drivers do that?
I don't want to get makeup on it either. I think that's why.
I just put hairspray everywhere. I'm just going to roll that down. We look like astronauts.
And for those of you that are listening and not watching, you should jump over to our YouTube because we are in custom race suits.
We finally did it. We've been talking about this. I don't know when we first discussed. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been.
And I was like, let's do race suits. We never got round to it because I also just didn't know where to do it.
Yeah.
And then I looked on Etsy.
I thought it Etsy.
Etsy.
And then you got I thought it was a targeted ad, wasn't it?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I was just on there looking. I was looking at wedding stuff. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should look at custom race suits.
A white race suit.
Yeah. I know, I already got something on it. I already stained it. But hey, the only other option was red. And we were like, that's too Ferrari.
Yeah.
But then I gave them our logos, right? Which our logo is red.
And it's orange.
It's orange.
Which is fitting for everything that's happening.
Hang on, I'm going to show on YouTube the back.
Everything that's happening in F1 right now.
See? Paddock 43.
And it has our name.
And has just, look, we're showing this on camera, but it says Paddock 43 there, has our name, and even the belt is name-ified.
Elle was like, so I can't put your 700 surnames.
Yeah, no, Pat only got one name on there, so sorry, Pat.
Anyway.
Yeah, we look like astronauts.
We look like astronauts.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Hey, do you this is super side questy random. I know we're trying to keep this short and whatever. Do you follow the train guy?
No. He's
that? Like the funny train guy that wears the camera. He's obsessed with trains.
You've spoken to him about this.
Yeah. And he goes to the F1 a lot because he's an engineer and he's obsessed with cars as well.
Yes.
He's now trying to become an astronaut.
Oh, that's nice.
Fun fact, I can't remember his name, but you'll know the train guy if you see the train guy.
Yep. Okay. Well, I think we need to get into the episode because obviously we have just right off the back of Brazil Grand Prix, 4 o'clock this good old morning. I was up at 5 o'clock to watch it. Couldn't bring myself to wake up at 4 o'clock.
I had it in my headphones on at 4 a.m. and the alarm went off. And I just popped up next to me and I just listened to it. And then I eventually opened my eyes at 4:30, but I was listening to the whole situation. Yeah. You wanted to come over and watch it. I was thinking that at 4 a.m. I was like, God, Pat's not here. Not that we have anywhere to watch it.
Yeah, but, because you don't really have anything here. But I guess before we get into the race, that was Brazil Grand Prix the weekend. I think we really quickly, as Australians, we need to touch on the fact that, the big news came over a couple of days ago that Franco Colapinto's seat has been confirmed for 2026.
I know. Number 43 is a permanent place on the grid.
So it is a big one for us.
And that's why we had to get our race suits made, just to be like,
Franco, we did it before you.
We were here first, folks.
Obviously, lots of mixed feelings about it because it is very exciting but I do think as Australians we need to touch on it because obviously Jack Doohan is definitely not a contender for that seat anymore.
No, I think he's fully out of that. Is he still reserve driver?
No. So I was reading
fully out of Alpine now. I mean, because Alpine is also up for sale.
But the thing as well, right, so when you are a reserve driver, you're not allowed to race in any other championship.
Yeah.
So remember we briefly spoke about this with Chloe when she came on. So it is that risk of, do I take a bet, like a gamble, and become a reserve driver, like what Zhou Guanyu did this year?
Yep.
Zhou Guanyu was a reserve driver, but then and then they would have thought that potentially he would have gone a seat with Cadillac, and obviously he didn't, which isn't to say that he won't. I'm not sure what Zhou Guanyu is doing next year. But I read something about Jack. He might potentially go to the Japanese Formula Supreme or something.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which I actually think, like, money-wise, he would do really well. And I think, I think he would do well in that championship. I don't know enough about it.
I feel like Jack should come over to supercars in Australia.
I know. He would be so well received.
Is it Lewis Hamilton's engineer? I think has quit Formula One working for Lewis Hamilton and is now coming to a supercars team in Australia.
Probably after that Bathurst race too was like, that looks exciting.
Gotta get there.
So I think it's a bit of a bummer for Jack, but I'm excited for Franco. But I read something very interesting as well, which I thought you should know. So, I mean, obviously...
When you give me that look, I always go, oh, fuck.
So, obviously, and again, it's kind of similar to what we spoke about with Chloe, right? So... A lot of people,
if you don't know who Chloe is, Chloe Grant, she is Chloe Grant Racing. She is a Scottish Formula driver. She was in F1 Academy at one point. She's done F4.
She was one of the first F1 Academy drivers, but there wasn't that much publicity
no one
around
knew
it.
what was going on about it.
Yeah.
It was just after it become no longer the W Series.
Yes.
We did an interview with her, which...
you should go back and listen. Because it's very interesting and very insightful.
It's juicy.
Yeah, it is juicy.
She doesn't hold back, that's
It
for
is
sure.
juicy, yes.
Sorry, go on.
No, yes. But, because I think... Franco's seat was confirmed. Obviously, a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people were super excited. All the Latin American, particularly the Argentinian fans, were going wild. And I do think it's exciting. I think that it's great that, we were so sick of Alpine jumping ship. They finally, put their asses into gear and made a decision and stuck with it. And, we have spoken about this
done,
before.
Alpine. Wow, that's so hard.
Finally. And especially... you need to invest in your drivers, right? So, but apparently, which I thought was interesting, was, and a lot of people came out of the woodworks as well. Like James Vowles was like, "This is great. He can finally, he's done well the last 7 races. He can finally show what he did for Williams."
I get that.
No way.
And they go, "This is great. Like he can settle in, babes. As Alpine, you can get booted any second."
I know, but
there's no guarantee.
This is the interesting thing, right? Yeah. So obviously. We haven't had, Gabriel Bortoleto's Brazilian, but we haven't really had a Latin American driver for a long time, right? And that is incredibly
Until we had Patricia.
Until he had me.
Look at her. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked.
Venezuela, obviously he's incredibly marketable and it is a bit of a niche. Whilst when you think about Australian drivers, we have Oscar. Everyone was getting behind Jack, but in terms of money and investors, it is a lot more shared. Whilst when you look at someone because even Franco Colapinto is Argentinian, right? On top of that, for example, our friend Kat, who's from Chile, all the Chileans are like, yes, Franco, so much of Latin America got behind. So you've got not just one country, you basically have almost an entire continent backing him. Yeah. And apparently Mercado Libre, which is a really big, it's kind of similar to Amazon, Argentinian company, have done a major investment in him and Alpine. So I think as well they would have been if he's not here, we're pulling. And money talks, my friends.
Well, twofolds to this, to your point.
Yeah.
First one, Alpine is up for sale.
Correct.
$1.5 billion apparently the asking price.
Not that much.
Who just came into $1.5 billion, might I ask? Mr. Christian Horner.
Yeah, Christian.
Horny Horner.
Yeah.
He could own Alpine. Kind of makes sense. It's sort of it's not far from London.
Yeah.
It's not hard to move.
Yeah.
Jerry and the kids, you know what I mean?
I remember these rumours swirled a while ago and we spoke about it, and when there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah. Where there's... Yeah, I know. You got it right the first time. We never get that saying right.
When there's smoke, there's fire.
I was about to correct you, because we always, anyway.
When there's fire, there's smoke.
The second part to that and the fan base, I was recently working with one of Alpine's major sponsors, and I was with the CEO taking his photos, and he had just been in Singapore, and he was telling me how scary Franco's fans are, and that the death threats that have come out, and that it is a major risk for the sport. And apparently a lot of the sponsors are scared by that because they're scared. The other sponsors,
they're very big fans.
because they're scared what the ramifications could be if something happens.
I mean, we did speak about this.
Major investment, but then they could lose a lot of other sponsors because they're terrified, which is fucked up to say. But passion,
but I think as well, like, I mean, look, they can always they can always pull the plug. But I think, you know, last year, and it was interesting when I was reading about it, I was like, I didn't really think about this. Like, obviously, pre-season testing is such a big thing for the drivers because they get to get a feel of the car and everything. Franco didn't have that.
No.
Because he, you know, so they kind of went off what he did in the Williams when he stepped in for Logan Sargent, which he did fantastically, which we have seen as well. Remember when we saw Ollie Behrman step in for Carlos Sainz in Ferrari? He did really well. Like, we do see this, you know, that's obviously how Liam Lawson got his seat with Red Bull. We see this, like, typically, like, rookies do really, really well, and then obviously the pressure of F1 gets to them, and also, you know, it's a completely different car, and this is where it comes back to what we've said, where you have to invest in your drivers, like what we have seen with, which is a good segue into Kimi Antonelli, with Kimi Antonelli and investing in him and doing all that. So to round this up and to get into Kimi Antonelli, I actually think it's exciting, and I'm excited to see him hopefully perform and do better. And maybe mid next year, if he's doing the same as what he has been currently, then perhaps he won't have a seat. But for now, vamos, Franco.
And if you want a Paddock 43 hat, which Franco did wear, there's only 13 white ones left and one of the maroon colour ones left.
Yep.
Which, as of this morning, because we posted it last night when it was announced, and a few sales came through, which is always nice. But yes.
Let's segue.
Speaking of rookies, Kimi Antonelli. I mean, I know you were excited. I saw your post on your stories, and I was like...
Did you read the caption?
Didn't it say just well done?
No, it said very, very mixed emotions in this race because...
Oh, I didn't realise that was just about Kimi. I thought that was about the race
just in general.
Okay.
Because there's a range of emotions.
All right, so Kimi, obviously, he did qualify well. He qualified well. He deserved that spot.
2-2-2-2-2.
Yes. Well done. Boom, boom. Happy
Double angel numbers. 2-2-2-2.
But turn one, bro, that's your fault. 100%.
Yeah.
There is enough footage out there. The fact that you looked to your left, you saw Oscar was coming up. Oscar realised he didn't have enough room. Yes, he was being optimistic, but he actually pulled back. He pulled back. And Kimi just goes, I'm just going to keep cutting him off. Yeah. And Kimi caused that accident. Yeah. And Oscar got a 10-second penalty. Yeah. Yes, Oscar probably should have got a 5, maybe.
I think he should have got a 5,
it was, it was... Yeah. He went for a move, it wasn't working, so he pulled back on it.
Yeah.
And Kimi
locked up.
Yeah, Kimi knew that he was there the whole time. Yeah. Even Charles afterwards was like, that's Kimi's fault.
I'm doing this because I'm going to put up a visual here, and it was interesting because after the race, I was looking at the commentary, and Jamie Chadwick, I can't remember.
Oh, she supported everything I said. I loved her.
Yeah, it was great. And she put up like they do the TV screen and the visual, and she had the 3 cars, and it was really interesting seeing them because you have Charles, like basically a car space of gap. She drew the line. Then Kimi, and then like this much gap between Kimi and Oscar. And then there was no more track. It was like off
Kimi
the track
should have
and
gotten
the wall.
a penalty.
Yeah, I think
Kimi should have been penalised.
I think Kimi should have.
And if he is not penalised in the next race from that, if they don't go to the stewards and ask that he has a penalty from it, I mean, look, it's not going to make that much difference in the scheme of things. But I think it's a moral. We've got so many morals issues at the moment. It's a situation of he fucked up. I love Kimi.
Yeah,
but that move was poor. He looked to his left. He was there. Oscar was there. Oscar backed off.
Yeah.
Oscar, look, I'm not saying Oscar is like the hero here. Oscar, yeah.
But he didn't deserve 10 seconds.
He didn't deserve 10 seconds. 5 seconds max.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, look, granted, that 10 seconds is a long time when he was starting from P6 and what he finished P5. He did do well to come back from that, but... imagine if it was 5, maybe he would have got a podium.
Absolutely. I did think it was very frustrating, even though I was excited that Kimi came second. I think that's just like a separate thing because especially looking at him compared to George, and George was complaining all weekend as well, and Kim qualified second in the sprint quali, then placed second, then second in quali, then also finished second. So it was like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
I will
so he did
give
well, and
his driving with Max
yes,
was good. That is where I stand with Kimi.
Yes,
at the Brazilian Grand
the fact
Prix
that he
race.
was able
The
to
fact
hold off
that
Max.
he and Max had a great battle.
Yeah,
and Max started from the pit lane.
Driver of the day.
Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You start from pit lane and
I
you end
actually
up
was
there.
gonna say that.
And then Kimi's like, oh my God, he's there. And I'm like, yeah.
I was going to say that when, there was all this like commentary about Max, doing poorly and oh my God, it's over, blah, blah, blah. I was like, absolutely not. Like, he will 100% be on the podium. He will 100% be on the podium, and look at him. No, it's Max.
Yeah.
Need I say more?
He's an excellent driver. And he actually made comment about being like, when I have a bad race now, I used to care. Now that I'm a dad, I actually don't care.
Yeah, because I actually was speaking
He's
about
like,
this.
I've changed my perspective of everything.
I was speaking about this with someone. Elle and I were at the races on Saturday, and I was speaking about it with someone about how Max. Oh, it was like a very big conversation about, and we will sort of touch on this about the Drivers' Championship. And, Max is a once-in-a-generation driver, and he's so incredibly talented. And I do feel for him, though, because I think he was raised in a very harsh household.
Oh, yeah. He didn't have the easiest upbringing.
No, but I do, again, like people be like, but he's so privileged, meh. Well, whatever. Like, people have their own issues. And imagine having Jos as your father. Like, that is not fun. But I do think that since becoming a dad, he has softened a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see that in his media presence as well, which is nice to see. But
it is nice to see.
It is what it is.
But Drivers' Championship. How are you feeling?
Look, I've done a lot of maths over the last couple of weeks. Been watching this very, very closely. It's up on our Paddock 43 Instagram, a lot of that documentation.
It's like set out really well so people can just read it and not have to.
Little scenarios of what would happen.
Well, George Russell is officially out.
George Russell is officially out. Not that I was ever counting him in the last...
Everyone had to DNF for him to win.
Yeah, pretty much. And even though I was looking at it this morning and I was like, and then watching and they're like, oh, George Russell is officially mathematically out of the World Drivers' Championship. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about him. I was like, I haven't been talking about him. Anyway, look, I think Lando's got it in the bag. I think he's got it. He's just driving really well. Yeah. He's got... The composure is there. It kills me to say it. Yeah. I think Oscar had a really unlucky weekend. That DNF in the sprint would have just mentally jarred anyone. He knows how much pressure there is. He drove well to keep up to where he was. Yeah. I think George just defended him really well and kept him off. But yeah, look, there's still a chance Max could get there, but I think even if Lando, we've got one sprint and 3 races. If Lando wins 2 more times and places podium 2 more times, he still wins. There's 83 points up for grabs.
Come on, Lando, DNF.
And it's going to take, the only way for Oscar to win is he's got to win 3 times.
Okay.
No, 2 times, sorry. He's got to win 2 times and place second.
Yeah. Okay, so I had a bit of a think about this and I've had a slight change of mindset, only just to soften the blow. And I hope this softens the blow for a lot of Australians because I know we're all hurting, right?
Yeah, but we've got Vegas coming up.
Here's the thing.
Scary.
Here's the thing. So, okay, Oscar, at the beginning of the season... If we listen back to the first couple of episodes and even pre-season,
I don't want to listen back.
I actually don't ever think that Oscar winning the championship was on the cards that early on in the season.
No, I don't even know.
It wasn't. It actually wasn't.
Did we even say who we thought?
Yeah, we need to go back because we did. And
Do you reckon we said? I reckon we would have said Max or Lando.
We said Lando. We said yes. I will go back and listen, but I remember saying we want Lando to win. And here is the thing, Elle, and I think this is a message to all of Australia because obviously we want Oscar to win, and we've been really excited about it. And I think especially what's happened is that here's the thing: if we circle back, Max Verstappen started driving F1 in 2015 or 2016, and he didn't win a championship until 2021.
Yeah. Look,
Oscar's
wait. Time will come.
Lando started driving F1 in 2019 and he hasn't won a championship.
Yeah.
Oscar started in F1 in 2023.
Yeah.
Right? The fact, if he were to win this championship, would be crazy. And crazy, absolutely. He could have done it. It could have happened. Like, he's got the skill. The thing is that because he's done so incredibly well this year, that we went from suddenly Lando, let's get Lando to win, to, oh my gosh, there is the possibility that Oscar might win. As a nation, we have all gotten behind him, and as we should, and we are so excited, and he has the potential, and he has that Max Verstappen energy which he can win. But we have to really remember, I mean, it would have been amazing if he won, but if he doesn't, it's okay. Like, we forget that, like, last year was, like, essentially his rookie season. So
I think what it is, and I was thinking about this the other day, is when you watch the Olympics, it's every 4 years, and you get really patriotic about your country.
Of course.
And you got 2 weeks.
Yes.
And it's like a very condensed 2 weeks. We've had that every single weekend this year.
Yeah.
And this
Most
is
weekends.
like Australia's greatest sporting export that we've ever seen before.
Yeah.
On a global scale like this.
Of course.
That's why, I just got shivers. Gave myself shivers. That is why we care so much. I want Oscar to win so badly. It's not looking great, and I think it's to your point that you said the other week about, he didn't accept the upgrades that Lando got. That's fine. That's what it is. I also agree with what you're saying, that his time will come. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that Oscar will be an F1 World Championship
1,000%
driver.
will be.
Times 5.
Yeah.
He's got... he's so young.
Yeah.
What is he, 23?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. 20 or 24, yeah.
That's nuts. So I agree.
Yeah.
But I think this year has just been frustrating. But that also is why it's been good.
Yeah,
it's
been
exciting.
amazing.
And it's made me angry, and it's made me passionate. And sometimes it's good to be passionate about something.
Yes, agreed. And I do think as well, which we have mentioned before, is that, if Lando wins this championship, I don't really see him winning another championship. I think Lando is the kind of person that will go, I've won a championship, tick, and then he's going to settle back and just relax. That's my opinion. At the same time, I don't know, because earlier this year when he was like, ooh, winning feels good, and I think it changes your perspective and your mindset a little bit, and maybe it has changed his mindset a little bit, but obviously we're all devastated. It still hasn't come to an end.
We still have, there's 4 more opportunities.
Yeah, 3.
3.1 opportunities.
3.
Point 1 is the sprint. You never know.
Yes, but...
Hey, speaking of one of those opportunities, before we wrap up this episode, Vegas watch party.
Vegas watch party.
Our watch parties are back, baby.
Woo-hoo.
So, Orang Hotel, the Sunday, which is the 23rd of November. The race is at a fantastic 3 p.m. time. So there is a link in our bio. We'll pop it in the show notes as well. It's a free attendance. It's in Melbourne, obviously.
You just have to register.
You just have to register. It's literally just so we can say to the pub, hey, this is how many people are coming. So then they can be like, okay, we need to know how many staff are coming on. But
and also to cap it.
Yeah.
Because eventually, there's only so much room.
There's only so much room. But if
there are times where they've had to
if
send
there
people
is overflow, there's a pub, their pub is downstairs. We just reserve the whole of upstairs. But we recommend getting there at 1:30,
Yep.
get a table, get some food. The food's really good.
Food is very good there.
Smash those fish tacos or that beef burger,
Yeah, the
just
fish
in my
tacos.
opinion. It's a real shame that I started my wedding diet today, which I think I've been saying for...
But a fish taco's fine.
I think I've been saying that, though, for the last 6 months. Oh, yeah, no, from now on I just
Also,
eat
their
chicken and rice.
chippies with the chicken salt.
Excellent. We'll have the sim there. If Peter can set that up for us, I haven't
Yep.
even asked.
Yeah, he'll set up the sim.
You'll be able to shop Principal the label. Hayley will be there selling all of that.
Have some
And we'll have
paddock
some
cats.
competitions.
Yeah.
All sorts of fun things. So
Yes.
make sure you register. It is free.
Yep.
Bring your friends. It's always fun, and it always books out.
Yeah.
It's we've had a lot of people actually reach out to be like, oh, can we sponsor the event? And we're like,
I just remembered
and we're
someone
like,
to reach out.
yeah, you can, but this is a free event. We don't accept payments for this.
No, we do not.
Because that would be illegal.
Yes.
Because media rights. My
Anyway.
favourite thing.
Green flag, red flag.
Ooh, red flag, I moved again. Moved back to Melbourne. That was fun. But green flag, I actually ran a PB the other day. I just jumped on the treadmill and did 9Ks and fucking smashed it and flew. It was
Good job.
fantastic. Yeah, what about you?
Green flag. My sister was here on Thursday. She was here for literally a day and a half for a work trip. So we went out and had a lovely dinner Thursday night, and Mush was just the cutest thing ever. Just had some lovely moments. And red flag, parenting hungover is not the funnest. I parented hungover on Sunday because we were at the races on Saturday, and but you know,
I semi-parented on Sunday because Sunday, because I had your son's shit in my nose still.
Yeah,
whilst I was hungover, all day. I was like, how do actual parents do this? We'd like.
You just have to get along.
No, but I feel like you would just become immune to it and used to it.
I mean, I don't care about the smells of my son because it almost smells like your own.
Yeah, but also like you become accustomed to it. Like when you're not used to it.
Oh God, no.
And
Ew.
like,
I mean, I would probably want to throw up if I smelled another child's poo.
Yeah,
it's just my child. I don't care.
Yeah, but no. When it
Gabriel's poo, I'm like, eh. But sometimes if it's really bad, you're like. But yeah, other kids, I'd probably want to throw up.
Oh, I'm still like that with the dog's poos.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not a parent. I'm not around poo all the time.
Yeah, no, but also, sometimes dog poo can be savage.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho, that's all we got time for. Make sure you register for Las Vegas GP watch party.
Paddock 43 hats online, links in bio.
Yep, and we'll be back in your ears next week.
Bye.
Bye.